Hi guys, welcome to another section of Generational Truth. My name is Kaza Briggs. So guys, please, if you're not subscribed, please do and hit the like button also. So guys, we are still talking about change management, and we are still talking about unintentional change, how people change unintentionally. And last time I mentioned the second way people change unintentionally. I've mentioned two ways people change unintentionally, and I spoke about how the mind works. And I've said that the mind is hungry, and the mind feeds on our thoughts, and what we see and what we hear is what we're going to think about. And when we keep on thinking about it, it feeds the mind, and before you know it, that is who you're going to become, because how your mind is who you are going to be. Now today I'm going to give you the third way people change unintentionally, and it's by experience. Now, unlike what you see and what you hear now, what you see now could be that let's say you see somebody in the shoe and you're like, okay, this is how the shoe fits this person. And then what you hear now, maybe somebody comes in and be like, I've been in this shoe before, I know how it is, I know how this shoe fits, I know how this shoe works. But then experience now, it's you being in the shoe, you knowing how the shoe works for yourself, you feeling it and knowing exactly how it is, exactly how it works. Now, experience can be very tricky because it does not only work with your decisions. Experience work with other people's decisions as well. Like I've mentioned before in my previous video, our life is a farmland, and our decisions is what we plant in the farmland, and the result that we get is the harvest. So now you can decide to bring somebody into your farmland, and the person plants something there, and you get a harvest from someone else's planting in your farmland. That's why experience can be very tricky. First of all, let me just tell you a story. When I was a child, now my mom took us to a relative's house, and the person cooked atama soup for us. And then, mind you, that was the first time I was tasting atama soup, and I tasted atama soup for the first time, and it was so bitter, and I could not eat it. I was like, God, this is how atama soup tastes like. I can't eat this in my life. I'll never eat this in my life. So this is the tricky part. Now we decided to go to visit this lady now, and this lady decided to cook atama soup for us that she cannot cook. She cooked what she cannot cook. She cooked it anyhow she liked, and this now made me to see atama soup as something that is bitter, because it was just like I was chewing bitter leaf. And in my head, I concluded that this was how atama soup is. Now, this is the tricky part of experience. Someone else's decision now can affect your life and can make you to start thinking that this is how this thing is. This is how something is. Just like me, I was thinking that this is how atama soup is. And when it affects your thinking that way, it feeds your mind, and it makes you see things like that, and feeds your mind, and before you know it, you can change unintentionally that way. But then there's a remedy to this. There's a remedy to this. This now is now trying to, I'm saying this now because I'm trying to tell you that you should be careful who you let into your farmland. You should be careful with what you experience and how you conclude on things. I've said this countless times that before we conclude on something, we should make sure that we've done our research on it, and we should make sure that we really know how this thing works truly, not because of just one time something. Like people can experience something once in their life, and they can be like, okay, that's how this thing is. That's how this thing work because of just one's experience. Now, if now you experience something by yourself, maybe there was nobody involved in it, is a different case, and that one too, it can also be something that you should still check out for the second time. Not like you should go and experience it, but you should look into it before concluding that this is how it is. Because people can make mistakes, people can do all sort of things, and they'll come into your life and make mistake and do all sort of things in your life, and you conclude that this is how just like, for example, some people will say, let's say, for example, people will say, this is how girls are, this is how guys are, because of the kind of people that they've met, the kind of people that they've let into their space. So, in conclusion, I'm saying that before we conclude on our experience, we should, before we experience something, first of all, we should know what we bring into our space. And because people that we bring into our space, they all measure together, everything gather up and make up our experience. We should mind who we bring into our space, and we should mind whatever decisions that we make. Mind our decisions. So guys, I'll stop here for now and continue next time. Love you.